Obama said the N-word? Wow. This is big news. This is huge news for those of us out there who are just realizing or did not know that Barack Obama is a black man. I really feel like most people who are black, African Americans, I feel like most people in general use that word. I feel like even a lot of the people who are of European descent and, claim not to be racist or may not be racist. I just feel like so many people use that word that around their dinner tables in their houses. If you ever see a young kid say that word and the parents act like they're surprised where it came from, you know where it came from. But I was surprised to hear about Obama using the word. I do think that he used it for effect. I think a few things. I think that at this point, he's getting to the point where he really just does not care anymore. He's just like, yo, I'm almost out of here. It's time for me to make, maybe it's time for me to make black people proud, because I think that black people are starting to kind of, slide away from Obama. I used to be a huge Obama fan. I still think that he is the best president this country ever had, hands down. I mean, that's a conversation that we can have. But, I'm not, a fan like he's a celebrity like I used to be back in 2006 and 7 and 8. I mean, man, I seen President Obama, I lost my mind, so. But I think it's good. And he also said that racism is in our DNA as a country. And I thought that was awesome. I know there are a lot of people out there who, did not like that statement because it's something that people don't want to talk about. Something that, especially the people of European descent, do not want to talk about because they have to, accept the fact that it's an issue that still exists. And it's not a conversation necessarily that they need to have with us as African Americans. It's a conversation that they need to have with themselves. It's something that they need to look in the mirror and have for themselves. A lot of them think that the country has moved past racism. But of course, they have the privilege of being able to think that. Whereas people of color, we have to live with it every single day. We have to be conscious. Trust me. If you wear this skin, you know you wear this skin. When you go to the store, you know you're wearing this skin. When you go to school, you know you're wearing this skin. You are always consciously aware of your own blackness. Because of, the culture that we live in. But I will say I am proud of this president for doing that. He made me proud, and I'm proud of the governor of Nikki of South Carolina, who stepped up and is talking about taking down that flag. I think that's a great step, a good step in a great direction. Of course, a lot more things have to be done. And a lot of people are saying, well, it's just a flag. The Confederate flag is just a flag. It's not going to do anything. I always talk about relationships, and I say this. Loving someone is about acting, And you can act, and you can act, and you can act, and you can act. But sometimes you just need to hear it. You just need to hear, and I love you. And I think that, getting rid of hatred and this racism and getting past this, it's going to require a lot of action, but sometimes it just takes some symbolism to get the ball rolling. And if you think it don't matter, watch the resistance to taking down that flag. If you think that doesn't matter, watch the resistance. Watch the Republican resistance. Watch the people's resistance. There's going to be people protesting with signs, and there's going to be people burning American flags. Listen, this is not a small thing. We're talking about a flag that is permanently placed in its position. It cannot be flown at half-staff. It cannot be just brought. It is permanently placed there. These people are not playing about that flag. Okay? This is a big deal, right? To some people, this is small. They say, oh, it's just a flag. It's just a flag. If it's just a flag, then it should be easy. But I think it takes a super majority just to get that flag down. That's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, you would think if it's just the issue of a flag, that is something the governor could just say, let's take it down. But she can't do that. She does not have the power to do that. it's up to the legislator, the legislation of that particular state to take down that flag. And you're talking about getting a lot of conservatives on board. And the thing about it is they have to act towards their base. Like, they have to act according to their base, because if they don't, they could lose their jobs. So voting to take down that flag could mean them losing their jobs, right? So they have a catch-22 here. They keep it up. They vote to keep it up. It's basically saying that it sends the message that they're still in this racial era, right? And that maybe this person is even racist or, a coward. If they vote to bring it down, then they can lose their jobs because their base, right, wants to keep that flag up. And if their base leaves them, black people are still not going to, go vote for them just because they voted for that. Just because you did something you were supposed to do, right? So you're not going to get the African American vote just by doing what you're supposed to do. It's like what have you done for me? Okay. Hopefully, anyways. Hopefully we value our vote enough to look for more than what someone is supposed to do in order to get that vote. But I just thought it was cool, man. That Obama said, like, wow. I know people are I just can't wait to watch the news today. Especially Fox News. Oh man, I watch Fox News strictly for the comedy. I literally watch it it's like a comedy hour for me. Not to say that they don't make some good points sometimes, but it's pretty hilarious. I don't think that anything good comes out of people being shot down in their church. Let me get that straight. I don't think that anything good comes out of it. What I do think is that we can make something out of a bad situation, right? A light can be shined on something, and we can actually act on a part of it. But too oftentimes, especially in this country, we don't. We had the kids over here in Connecticut. That's where I live at, in Connecticut. They were shot down. It wasn't much done about it on a national scene. And, that's pretty much how we are as a people, unfortunately. But I'm hoping that, some real changes can come out as a result of this. I really am. And like I said, I'm glad to see that our president is stepping forward and actually starting a conversation and keeping the conversation going about this, because if we want to become a more perfect union, we have to deal with the very thing that has been woven into the fabric of this country, which is racism and hatred due to a difference in skin color. It's crazy. All right, I just wanted to throw out my 2 cents on that. What do y'all think about the President of the United States dropping the N-bomb? Oh, let me say this. I used to be a fan of the N-bomb. I used to say it as much as I possibly could. Matter of fact, sometimes I would say it twice. Like, I just love saying that word. Why? For a lot of reasons. One, because people of European descent aren't allowed to. And it's kind of like fun to say it when they can't say it, It's like y'all can get the loans. Y'all got the privileges, but we get to say the N-word, So it was that. And, when we tend to use it as a term of endearment. What's up, my blank, blank, this, that. And I still don't think it's a particularly bad word. It's just a word, right? But, my change came when I went to a conference that Dr. Umar Johnson had up in New York. And actually, it was a rapper. I can't think of his name right now. Oh, man, what's that dude's name? It'll come to me. David Banner. And he was saying, he said, out of all the words that we can use as a term of endearment, we got to use the nastiest one we can find. And I was like, wow. Wow. That completely changed my perspective on it. It's not that I think it was a bad word. It's not that I feel dirty using it. It's just that in talking to my brothers and my sisters, I can use better words than that particular word. Right? So that's why I chose to change the way that I speak and how I use it. All right? So leave your comments. Let me know what you think. All right? Until next time, everybody. Hotel.